The objective of this presentation is to make students aware of the changes that have been made to the Paper 1 multiple choice paper for 2027 CSEC examinations and beyond, so that they may be able to effectively answer the question given for this paper. Are you able to identify the homophones in the following sentences? Sentences read, 1. There are too many students who have not received their IDs from the office. 2. Where are the girls who did not wear the right gears? 3. You should have given half of your savings. Has been observed that homophones continue to pose a problem to many students. As a result of this, their writings have been marred, which leads to them getting poor grades for their essays. In order for some students to improve academically, they need to understand homophones so that they may be able to use them accurately. What are homophones? Homophones are words that have the same pronunciation or similar pronunciation, but they have different spellings and meaning. Let's discuss the 3 examples of homophones identified previously. Let's discuss. Now, here are 3 examples of homophones identified previously. Let's discuss the 3 examples of homophones identified previously, and they are there and there, THERE and THEIR, where and were, WHERE, where, WHEAR, have and off, HAVE and OF. Let us look at the first pair of homophones, and this is THERE and THEIR. Now, these 2 pairs are the most problematic for some students, right? So we often see them being misused. Now, these 2 homophones are the ones that students often confuse. In order for the learners to be able to differentiate between them, they need to study their meanings. THERE is an adverb of placement, while THEIR is a possessive pronoun. And you know what the possessive pronoun does? It shows ownership. Examples of usage are as follows. 1, put the computer desk over there, THERE. Number 2, the students were told to put their, THEIR, bags on the decks. So in order for students to understand or to be able to differentiate their meaning, they need to understand their meanings. Let's now look at our second pair of homophones, and these are where and where. Where, and where. It is somewhat funny or confusing that students have, or puzzling, I should say, that students have difficulties with these 2, as there is a slight difference in their pronunciation. However, due to the dialectal interferences with the standard variation, we educators can understand why some students may find them troublesome. In order to differentiate between them, pupils or learners need to know their meanings and, of course, complete activities that can actually test their understanding of them. So where, adverb. So where is an adverb? In order, and it means in or to what place or position. Where do you live? Adverb. It means also at, in, or to which. Use after reference to a place or situation. I first saw him in Paris, where I lived in the early 60s. Right? And so where right there, it can also be regarded as a relative pronoun. It's also the place or situation in which this is where I live. Words such as when, where, why, how, whether, is, are, was, were, do or does, did, have, has, had, can, could, shall, should, will, and would are interrogative words, but they are not pronouns. So, like you have interrogative pronouns, what the writer is saying here is that they are not interrogative pronouns, right? So let's look at where, where. So to wear, W-E-A-R, means have something on one's body as clothing, decoration, or protection. Example, he was wearing a dark suit, similar to he was dressed in, he was clothed in, have on, sport, dressed in, clothes oneself in, put on. And the second meaning is damage. So wear, like you have wear and tear, right? So it's damage, erode, or destroy by friction or use. Example, the track has been worn down in part to the bare rock. Okay, right? So we're on here. So that's it for the second. Let's proceed to look at our third example of homophones, and these are have and off. Similarly to the previous pair, have and off are different in terms of their pronunciation. However, the dialectal interferences have caused many students to not pronounce the H sound in have. Hence, the similarity in sounds. To understand their differences, students will not have to only understand their meanings, but also their pronunciation and usage. Now let's look at the IPA and have, right? Phonetic spelling, it is H-A, and you look at that A, and there is a V at the end. Then we have off, and the IPA, you have that UHV sound. So the phonetic spelling, you would have seen there is a difference, a huge difference, okay? But of course, have here, also you need to know the meaning. So have here means to possess or own or hold. Example, I have a new car and a boat. Have here also means to experience or to undergo. Example of these are they have not considered the consequences of their actions, and then used with a participle to form the perfect tense and the conditional mood. Example, I have finished the task. Just that you understand these. Let's proceed to test your understanding of the three pairs of homophones discussed previously. And so the activity requires that you choose the appropriate homophone that best completes the given sentences. Now, question one reads, place the laundry in the room over, is it THEIR or THERE? Question two, the students were told to take IDs to the examination. Is it THEIR or THERE? Question three. You have watched the movie, The Polygamist, and the options are have, HAVE, or off, OF. Question four. It is impolite to speak ill, blank, the dead. Is it HAVE or OF? Question five. Jamie told Alicia that it would be best if the children blank sweaters, blank their sweaters. Is it WHERE or WEAR? And question 6, blank, should we put the sofa? Is it the WHERE or WEAR? Are you able to complete this activity? Let's see. And the answers to the given activities are as follows. Put the laundry in the room over there, THERE. The students were told to take their THEIR IDs to the examination. Thirdly, have you watched the movie The Polygamist? HAVE. And fourth, it is impossible to speak, it is impolite, it is impolite to speak ill of the dead. OF. And then Jamie told Alicia that it would be best if the children wear WEAR their sweaters. Question 6. Sorry, not where, but where should we put the sweater? WHERE. How did you do? Did you get 6 out of 6? 5 out of 6? 4 out of 6? If you got 6 out of 6, go ahead and pat yourself on the shoulders. Here are some other examples of homophones. Study the table and familiarize yourself with these. Here are some useful tips on how to better understand homophones. 1. Note carefully the spelling of these words. 2. Note carefully the meaning of these words. And 3. Note carefully the usage of these words. And here is a final activity on some other homophones. Now the activity, the instruction reads, choose the homophone from the parentheses that best completes the given sentences. Sentence 1. The young blank swam beyond the blank in the sea. Boy, B-U-O-Y, B-O-Y, boy. So you're to choose the correct homophone for each area. Question 2. The blank who sold the stolen goods was arrested and placed in the blank. Is it CELLAR or SELLER? You decide where seller should be and seller should be. Question 3. The bride refused to blank her dress, although she realized it would be difficult for her to kneel at the blank. Is it alter ALTER and alter ALTAR? You determine which one should go where. Question 4. The teacher had blanked the students to select only 4 courses this semester, but she ignored her blank. Is it advice ADVICE or advice ADVISE? You determine again where the homophones should be. Question 5. He had a bowl of blank with milk, and then he watched the new episode of the popular blank drama. So cereal and cereal. So you decide where each should go. Is it CEREAL or is it SERIAL? Are you able to do this activity? Share your answer in the comment section below. I trust that this presentation was beneficial.
Journey long, don't give up one pedal. Some of them are dirty up one letter. Don't let them kill your dream. Don't make them tell them nothing kill your brain. Continue wait, continue work, until you make. Until you make it, that's so them know you're great.